I saw.
Okay.
And do you know what a pediatric nurse is?
Yes.
I take care of kids. So I worked at Children's Hospital in Philadelphia, where I took care of kids just like you for 35 years. I've been doing this, and I just retired. So this year, somebody asked me if I like to garden, and I said, no way. And they asked me if I like weeding, but I love the way it looks. So when I heard the next speaker talk about tower gardens, a red flag went off in my head, and I thought, I wonder if the homeless shelter would want one. So you might think, how would you think of that? And the reason we're on the email list is because my husband and I have made almost 11,000 sandwiches, 24 sandwiches a week for 7 or 8 years now for the homeless. They come, and people that are trying to get work, they might walk 2 miles just to get a bag lunch. So when we take our lunches there, I see what's in the refrigerator, and it's pretty. It's the end of this brown, and you wouldn't want to eat it probably because it looks like it's been around for too long. So people tend to donate fresh food when it gets near the end of the amount of time that it can stay on the shelf in the market, like when you go shopping with your moms, if that makes sense. So my husband and I were talking, and I said, I wonder if they would want one. So I met with our local shelter. We have 40 residents that live there, and they feed 50 to 100 people every single day. And then they have a market where a bag of cereal and rice and spaghetti sauce, all kinds of food, staples. And then we thought, I said, they have fresh greens, because what happens when you eat fresh greens? Do you feel like, let me ask you this, when you eat sugar, do you want more sugar?
Yes.
Yes. So my company does research on this, and if you eat more greens, your body craves more greens. That's been proven. So I decided to make it my mission to get one tower garden into this shelter. So I met with them a couple meetings later, and she says, do you think we could have 8 of them? And I was like, no. In my head, in my heart, I was like, no way. And I just kept smiling, saying, we'll make this happen. And I just prayed about it, and I had no idea how I would do it. But I reached out to a couple of friends, and a couple of very generous people were able to help me with it. And then my husband and I also chipped in. So last May, we were able to get 10, we did 8 tower gardens at that time. So do you have the pictures? Can you see that picture there?
Yes.
How many plants do you think, that's tomato plants, how many do you think are in that? 28 tomato plants. That's how many are in this picture. When you look at these are 6 tower gardens outside of our homeless shelter, and each of these has 28. This was 163 plants in a very small amount of space. As you know, right? It grows vertically. And then we have 2 inside as well. And the two indoor ones are in the cafeteria because it got super hot last summer. So we did better inside with the lettuces and things all the produce that doesn't do well out in the hot heat. So it's been a real learning process. Our shelter has a program called BEST, Better Employment Success Training. So they're students like you are, but they're learning how to be chefs, like they're going to cook in restaurants or hospitals, wherever they decide to do a catering business. And so they're all learning a 14-week intense program, and the tower gardens are being incorporated into that program. So, a lot of people will ask me, why do I do it? And I just kind of say, I get back way more than I give. So my mission in life is to be nice to people and to give something back to somebody. So when I go into the shelter, I go in and I eyeball it. Number one, I had to make sure that the electricity was on every day, because what happens if it's not plugged in, all the flowers look dead, right? And then I'd have to plug them back in and leave it on for 24 hours, and they would park. Is the beauty of the tower garden. But some of the people that are struggling in their lives, like they don't have a place to live, they're sleeping in their car, they will just be outside listening to the water. I see some men just sitting in a chair nearby praying. So it really warms my heart that it's become very therapeutic for them. And at nighttime, you guys watch TV probably with your parents in a nice, comfortable living room, right? These guys have it's a cafeteria with hard chairs and tables. Nothing fancy about it. It's probably like your school cafeteria. So they have a big TV in there, and that's where they watch football games at night, people that live there. So what's been nice is having 2 tower gardens inside. Many of them daily come up to me and thank me because it's warm, the room warmer and welcoming. And plants are good for you in a room, right?
Does anybody want to share with her what we're going to try and do with the Tasty Tower team? Who thinks that they can explain?
What's that?
Poppy.
We're making like Tasty Tower teams where like every month we'll prepare a meal for a family that's less fortunate than us, and we'll deliver it to them to eat.
That is wonderful for you guys. I'm so proud of you all. You want to hear what my first graders did around here?
Yes.
This is a super cool story. Mrs. Lane is teaching about Latin America. So in her tower garden, she grew Latin American herbs. So 3 times a week, the first grader, the herbs, tie them in a little bow and put them in a baggie and sell them for $1 after school. Do you guys think you could do that? That'd be pretty cool. So what do you do with all that money? They decided to buy water filtration systems for 33 homes in Ecuador, homes that did not have water. So there is so much outreach that you can do with the Tower Garden. So I think you guys are amazing what you're already doing with BEST program. One is for the cooks and one is for facilities and maintenance, like how the guys that are the grounds or the building. So we're going to build into this program for them to learn how to maintain the towers, harvest the food, like especially for the college student, harvest food. Because otherwise what happens if you don't pick it when it's ready to be harvested? It goes bad and the lettuce bolts, right? So this is my 8 from the Bronx. Have you talked to Tim Blank, right guys?
Yeah.
Well, Tim Blank influenced Stephen Ritz, who was, well, I should just believe, I'm just showing you this. It's the Bronx in New York, and he put a tower garden in every elementary school in the Bronx. And he won national awards for it, so I support my sign I found. Can you read that?
Yeah.
Oh.
How cool was that?
Before she explains what that means, hold it up for a second. Think about it. What do you think that means? You grow and eat fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
What does that do for your health?
It improves your health.
It improves your health. What does affordable mean? What does affordable mean, Sky? At a reasonable price. Arlia.
That means, I think it's a tower garden kind of thing, because the tower garden is pretty affordable, and it, like, you grow it yourself, and it's so much more healthy.
You guys are great. I love this.
She said you grow it yourself, and it's much healthier, and probably much more affordable than medications, right?
That's right, and it's saved you money visits, co-pays. The more healthy you eat, the healthier you're going to be, and you're not going to get diseases or get asthma or strep throat or all different things. And also good hand washing, right, guys? Eating healthy and good hand washing. They're my 2 mottos.
That's right, and she knows because she's a pediatric nurse, right?
That's
she
right.
knows what she's talking about.
One other last thing in closing is when you buy food from the store, you don't know when it was picked or it's grown from the gardens. So it's not as nutrient dense. It's not the same food we had 20 years ago before you were born. So personally, I know where my produce is coming from, and I'm picking at it at the peak of its ripeness. And so I'm getting the most nutrients, phytomeans plant, so I'm getting all those micronutrients right here. And because the ones in the store, they're picked on a on-demand schedule, where they have that produce to store. So you don't know if it's, even though it says expire, right, in 1 week, and how many times is it bad in 2 days, right? So just something to think about it. Dense produce, and that just means it's much better produce for you. So you guys are sharing the best produce you can with the food banks like you're doing. I think it's amazing. For 3 months this summer, May, April, June, and most of July. And so group of kids, and I said, would you like to come out and help me harvest strawberries? So can you see all the kids there? So I taught them how to pick the strawberries, and they were so excited to see strawberries. They were pulling real fast, and the whole plant was shaking. And I was like, no, we have to be gentle with them. We talk to our plants every day. We love them, and when I plant my seedlings, I pray over them that it's beefy. So then this one little girl says to me, don't we have to wash them? Which I thought was an excellent question. I looked at her and I said, no, it rains right off your tower garden, so there's nothing sprayed on them to keep bugs away or anything. free, pesticide-free, and all those words that you hear. And here's a little girl who had her first strawberry because of our tower garden. And there's a little, right down here, there's a bucket full of strawberries. She ate the entire thing because she loved them. She had never had one before. And that truly brought tears to my eyes.
So we're helping the world one strawberry at a time. Is that what you said, Aurelia?
I love it.
Great, girls. And I'd like you to thank Mrs. M.
Thank you.
And we'll keep in touch and let you know how we're doing with our tower garden.
I would love to keep it. Merry Christmas, okay?
Thank you. Same to you.
You know what we call this first? The gift of help giving.
That's right. The gift of giving. Thanks for giving us your time today.
My pleasure.
Bye-bye.
Bye.